Are we on?
Khan. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Noah,
Ba'Shem,
Hashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Hashem,
Ba'Shem,
Hashem, Kakadash.
Rakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. All right, I have the pleasure of being on the Brother Canucks video from San Francisco, GMS San Francisco Bay Camp. And I'm the brother Aina from the GMS Dallas camp. And we had talked about the topic of the Hebrew Israelites being on mainstream media ever since really that Fox News video was posted. I don't even know, was that 2 weeks ago?
Right.
Which now it has over 500,000 views. All right. Which shows you that, people want to hear about the Israelites. They don't really know exactly what we're all about. So Esau uses that to his advantage by basically setting the so-called setting the record straight by putting us in painting us in a negative light, so to speak. Okay, which is all towards him furthering his agenda of demonizing the men of the Lord. Okay, and sealing those who are for this world. All right, making sure that they're against our message, because our message is the message of the Lord. Okay, and the reason why I called this brother to do lesson is because I saw how Esau played clips of different camps. I think it was House of Israel that was the main incident where it started, and then you had I don't know, was it GOCC? It was a couple other camps, or ISUPK or whatever, a couple other camps, and then they put us in there, or put GMS in there, put specifically, the San Francisco Bay Camp, GMS camp on there. And then that was really what made my eyes widen, because Esau doesn't care about the doctrine that we're pushing, the differences, I should say, of the doctrine that we're pushing. He just cares that we're standing up against his power, man. Okay, we're standing up against this place, and we're saying it's going to be destroyed, man. All right, that's what the camps, in general, we agree that, hey, this place is not going to last forever. Okay, America eventually is going to be destroyed. Okay, and so that's why he demonizes us. So what we're going to go into is some prophecy on what's going to come, from here on out. All right, because that's what we do. That's what the men of the Lord do. We prophesy. Do you have anything up?
Nah. Did you want that scripture?
Yeah, Khan. Let's get that in Acts 22.
Gone. Let me bring it out. I'm gonna share my screen.
Mm-hmm. And just as a little backdrop, this was when Paul was preaching, man, and he was preaching to those who could have been believers. All right, he was basically preaching salvation. All right, but let's go ahead and hear what he have to say.
You want me to start at 22?
Yeah, let's go ahead and start at 22, because like I said, the backdrop, if you read, you can start at verse 1, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's Paul just breaking it down of what he experienced up until that time. So we can just start at verse 22.
Right, it's Acts 22 and 22. And they gave him audience unto this word, and then lifted up their voices and said, away with such a fellow from the earth, for it is not fit that he should live.
Right. Okay. And that's the mindset that our people, okay, are going to have, because he was in Jerusalem. Paul was in Jerusalem when he was preaching this. Okay. And he was giving an account of, of what he was being charged of. Okay. And everybody was listening, to what he was saying, until he said that, salvation is also opened up until the scatter of the nation of Israel, okay, of the elect of the nation of Israel, but a portion of them are scattered. And so they said, oh no, we're not dealing with this. Okay, this is way off. This is way off of what we believe in, all right. And they sought him to be killed, and they're gonna seek us to be killed, man, in these days, man. Okay, you got it, Doc.
Right. It says, and as they cried out and cast off their clothes and threw dust into the air, the chief captain commanded him to be brought into the castle.
Right. Okay. So now it's to the point where you know, the Most High is gonna have to start intervening to do witness protection, man. Okay, basically he's gonna have ways for us to be preserved, all right, while we're prophesying and preaching, okay, until either it's time for us to be delivered or it's time for us to be made a martyrs, man. Okay, and so it shows you how this passage right here shows you how to the extent, I should say, that our people are willing to go in order to have their opinion be made into full effect. Okay, because they think that they're right, but in reality they're wrong. We're just and they're trying to penalize us for preaching the truth. Okay, that was the end on that. You know.
Well, yeah, I have a precept because you said something about how the Most High is going to, intervene. So I'll read it for you. This is Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Mm-hmm. Con. Hey, could you get that word standard, Baba Kusha?
Gone.
All right, because that enemy coming in like a flood, man. That a flood surrounds you, man, all around. You can't escape. Carnally. Esau, when he comes down on the men of the Lord to persecute us, he's he's gonna have us surrounded. He's gonna basically, we're not gonna be able to escape carnally. All right, but it says in that day, the Spirit of the Lord is gonna lift up a standard. Okay, now let's go into that word standard.
The word standard is
Nawas.
nawas.
Mm-hmm.
And it says to flee, escape, to flee, to escape, to take flight, departure, disappear, fly.
That's the word for standard.
Con, let me see.
Okay, that's what it is right there. Yeah, he's gonna make it. And you know what reminds me of that? First Corinthians chapter 10. Okay, keep that definition up. All right. This is First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. It says, "There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able." Meaning, the Most High is not going to allow you to go through something. What should I say? A time of trial and a time of tribulation in order to destroy you if you're a man of the Lord. Okay. Continuing on, it says, "But will with the temptation also make a way to escape. You see, that ye may be able to bear it." So in this instance, when you read in Acts chapter 22, okay, Acts 22, Paul he had a way to escape, man. The Most High created that way, though. He didn't think it out and plan it all before. He was just moving in the Spirit, okay. And that's what's that's what we are going to be required to do. We're going to be required to move in the Spirit and trust Yahweh Shem Yahshai, that He is able to make a way to escape, okay, to Nawas, okay. That's your part, man.
God, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, you can already see that the Red Hebrew Edomites, they're already preparing to come in. They put us on Fox News, all these different news channels. RT has covered it, has covered the Israelites. So the smear campaign has already started. They already have justification, okay, to blame a false flag on us, because since they control the media, they can control the narrative, and you can already see how these people here in Babylon, they're retarded. They'll believe anything. The scriptures say that simple believe any word. Did you have another scripture you wanted to bring out? Lamentation?
Yeah, we can get Lamentations 3 and 45. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yep, Lamentations 3 and 45.
Right. Yep. This is Lamentation 3 and 45. "Thou hast made us as the offscourging and refuge in the midst of the people."
Right. You keep going.
Right. "All our enemies have opened their mouths against us. Fear and a snare is come upon us, desolation and destruction.
Right, man. Okay. And you know, this is going into when Babylon was destroyed, okay, or was about to be destroyed, and being destroyed by Nebuchadnezzar. All right. But who is the king of Babylon today, man? Okay, the self-proclaimed white man, which America, who is the whore that rideth on top of the beast, is gonna come down. The devil is gonna come down with great wrath, man. Okay, and it's important that our minds are made ready to endure through those times. Okay, because it's not gonna be the easiest thing to go through, man. When your family, you know, is looking at you crazy, you know, and just telling you to quit and give up. Like, for example, imagine how Job felt when he was getting tempted of the Lord. And then his wife told him, just curse the Most High and die. You know what I'm saying? He could have easily been like, man, you know what, you're right. He took all this stuff from me away, man. But no, he kept his integrity. And that's what tribulation does. Okay. It tests your integrity. And it doesn't always feel good, man. Okay, but we have to be aware that time's coming. This message, this lesson is for brothers to be aware that Esau is gonna come down with that wrath, and we gotta have our minds ready, man. Okay, to endure, because the scriptures talk about how we made let's say off scoring.
God.
Okay, basically something that's of little worth. Okay, and then we can go from there. Unless you have some, we can go to 1 Corinthians chapter 4. Because it also talks about that as well. Let me see. 1 Corinthians 4, and you can start at verse 10. Well, it's not at verse 9, actually, Baba Kushad.
God. This 1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that the Most High sent forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men.
Right. Now, can we get that word spectacle in the Greek, Baba Kushad?
God.
Okay. Because, you know, it says, as it were appointed to death. All right. We were, the Most High set forth the apostles last, as it were appointed to death. Because we, beginning with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone are the main ones pushing this word, man. Okay. In sincerity and in truth. And so what's going to happen is those who are going to come against that, against the doctrine, they're going to head towards who? The head. Okay. Well, I'll say they're going to head towards, the hub of the ones who are preaching, man. Okay, so they're going to come towards the leaders and try to dismantle us and dissemble, but you can't destroy a spiritual temple. That's what Esau doesn't understand. Okay, you got that word up?
God.
Strong's G 2302. Theatron.
Okay.
That sounds like theater.
Right. That's what
That's
it
right there.
means.
That's what it
means. It says a theater, a place in which games and dramatic spectacles are exhibited, public assemblies held. For the Greeks used the theater also as a form, a public show, metaphorically a man who exhibits to be gazed at and made sport of.
You see that? Okay, we're made sport of, man. We're made fun of. Okay, that's what that goes into. Okay, it's like a movie. It's like entertainment to these people, man. That's why they put us on TV, because it's like going to the theaters and saying, "Ooh, look at these." Except you got a theater in your house, and you watching the Israelites, okay, being condemned on national television, okay, saying, "Oh, they're doing hate speech. Look at it, pushing down women," and they say that they're the Hebrew Israelites. Like what we're saying is just so far fetched, man. Okay, hey, but that goes into the scripture, man. Okay, to talk about there's gonna come a word that you're not gonna believe it, though a man tell it unto you, man. Okay, that's what's going on right now, before these people's very eyes. The water, forgetting that word, we can keep reading.
Gun. Also, I just want to just kind of add to what you were saying. You know, not only are we spectacles unto the world, we're a gazing stock unto the world to be mocked and scoffed at and looked at as an amazement, but we are also a spectacle unto angels. You know, that's how heavy what we're doing. You know, because this is really the only thing the Heavenly Father is pleased at on the planet Earth is preaching the word, the only deed that you can do. So even the angels gawk and they look at us in amazement. You know, I just wanted to throw that in there, so I'll continue.
Your pa.
This is 1 Corinthians 4:10. We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. Even unto this present hour, we both.
Go ahead.
You want me to keep going, or you want me to read it again?
Yeah. I'll speak on it. So it talks about how we're fools for Hamashiach's sake, which we go into all the time. It says, "But ye are wise in Hamashiach." Okay. It says, "We are weak, but ye are strong." Those who put themselves out there and make the sacrifice are made like they look like fools. They look weak. Okay, because they're making themselves vulnerable. Okay. But to those, who are kind of, not doing nothing and just peeping from the sidelines and everything like that, they look like, the strong guys. Like you got these these other Israelite camps, man, going to the gun range and just acting the part, man, but not really carrying it out. That's not really the way to be. Okay. It says, "Ye are honorable, but we are despised." All right, a man who says, "Oh no, I'm not really down for that." For the matter of fact, that for a perfect example, that Jake who was on TV, okay, who was doing the interview, he looked honorable because he's like, "Yeah, I don't agree with everything that they're saying." Because it was what was a question that the Edomite asked him about, is salvation for everyone, and he was like, "Yeah, salvation for everyone."
Right.
See? Which is that's what everybody believes, right? So he's willing to basically lie on national television about the Bible and what it speaks about, in order to be looked upon as a strong person, as an honorable person, as a wise person, as opposed to us so-called barbaric Israelites, out there on the streets, cursing out people who no job, no this and that. That's the image that they like to portray. But in reality, we're the ones that got the truth. We're the ones that actually are prophesying the things that are really going to come to pass, man. You see? And that just shows you the fact that the Israelites are being demonized, okay? Specifically the men of Great Millstone, all right? Because we weren't there, man, in that little, what they call it, scuffle that they had up there, okay, at the what is it, Lincoln Memorial, wherever the hell that was. We weren't there, man. That wasn't us. That wasn't GMS. All right, that was another camp up there doing that stuff, man. Okay, and the thing is, it's gonna on the nation of Israel anyway. All right, because we all to them, we just some niggas with some fringes, So they just group us all in one. You see, that's why it says, but we are despised, man. Okay, and that word honorable, when you go into it, it's more honorable to be wicked in this society, but righteousness is really despised, man.
Right.
That's why that guy, like I said, he looked all proper and well tailored, say
No, these beautiful points. Wickedness, is looked at as good, and what's really good, the truth is looked at as being evil. And it's also rewarded to trim your ways and to assimilate into these social constructs that Babylon has created for our people. The proper suit and tie, turtleneck, or what have it. Okay, there's a certain cut that a so-called black man can can have, if you want to be looked at, okay, as on equal terms or even in the same playing field. You know, there's a certain way that you have to talk. You know, you have to hold your words a certain way. You know, you got to speak very
Right.
deceitfully. You know,
Right.
that's the reason why they're not gonna really make us public. You know, because we speak very plainly. We don't have, there is no hidden meanings to what we speak. We speak very forward. You know, forward, not forward, forward. Okay. We speak to you. We don't speak to you in a deceitful tongue. We tell you, all right, this so-called white man, he's the Edomite of the Bible. Okay. We are the Israelites. Okay. And then we go ahead to back those statements up with scripture. So that's one thing that the world is not accustomed to seeing. They're not accustomed to seeing truth. So truth is really foreign to them when they hear it. And they have been actually taught that truth, okay, is evil.
Con, your pa. I got a precept. Could we get Isaiah 59? Isaiah 59 and 14.
Gone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this guy was, you can I would say it's safe to say that guy was set up, man. You know, that interview was set up, and it's all to push Esau's agenda, man, to paint us as the bad guys, you know, which is what, I mean, it's to be expected, because I mean, that just shows you that we have the truth, okay? Because Esau is demonizing us, you know. That's what he does to a country before he invades it. He puts his, you know, he sways the mind of the people against a particular group or a particular nation.
That is correct. What scripture do you want?
Isaiah 59 and 14.
Okay, this is Isaiah 59:14. And judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and iniquity cannot enter.
Equity cannot enter.
Like it, con.
You know, and that's exactly what's going on right now. Truth is falling in the street, meaning, you know, whereas people used to be, you know, so-called good, upstanding citizens, you know, you could expect them to tell the truth. Now, everyone is just against you, man. You don't want to really, you know, deal with people that you don't know, because you don't know, you know, what kind of background they have. They're untrustworthy, man. Okay, these people, you got agents walking around, you know, just people just infested with demons, more so than they've ever been. Okay, and that just shows you that the times that we're in, approaching a time of judgment. Okay, could you read verse 15, Baruch Shah?
Con, it says, yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment.
God, you see that? Now that's going into why they call us crazy, man. Okay, because because we're departing from evil. All right, we saying, no, we don't eat pork. No, we don't get lineups. No, we don't commit adultery. You know, no, we don't you know, smoke weed and cigarettes and do drugs and all that madness. Okay, and now we're the crazy ones, but we don't do anything wrong. That shows you how wicked this place is, man. This place is backwards. Okay, not the men of the Lord. Okay, this place. You see? And then could you drop down to let me see, verse 20?
Verse 20, it says, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, said the Lord.
Who's the Redeemer? Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is our Redeemer. To those who turn from transgression in Jacob. Okay, because Esau can't turn from transgression. These other nations can't turn from transgression on this side. Okay, all right, and they're not going to turn from transgression on the kingdom. Okay, so Yahweh Shah is coming back very soon, man. That's the point. Okay, when you see these signs and people just bugging out, okay, and these people looking at you like you crazy, but you're the one that's preaching the truth. That's how you know that salvation is nigh, man. Okay, that's how we know we're in these last times. Did you have anything up?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, Khan. Well, I guess we can close it out on Zechariah.
Con.
Oh, did we get that in can we go back to 1 Corinthians 4:13? That was the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Con. Yep. This is 1 Corinthians 4:13. Being defamed, we entreat. We are made as filth of the world, and are the offscourging of all things until this day.
You see that? We're the offscourging of all things unto this day. That's what the scripture in Lamentations said. Okay. And it says we being defamed, meaning our names are being basically slandered. We're being looked at as trash, filth, as incompetent Negroes, man. Just read the comments, man. It shows you what these people are really thinking about what we preach, man, and what we teach. Okay. And that's going to correlate into action when it's time for action to really commence. Okay. So I just want to get that point. And like I said, unless you have something, we can close it out on Zephaniah chapter 3. Let me see.
19.
Let's say again.
Zephaniah 3:18, 19.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll start at 18. What matter of fact, let's do 17. Let's do some good news, man.
Con. This is Zephaniah 3:17. The Lord thy power is in the midst of thee, is mighty. He will save, he will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing.
Right, man. See, all of these prophecies that these Christians don't go into is going into the men of the Lord being delivered, man. Okay, the 144,000 elect being delivered on this side, man. Okay, and then also the 1/3. Okay, that's what these scriptures that we're reading talking about salvation and a day of joy and singing. Okay, and no more confusion and death. That's going into salvation, man. But that's for the nation of Israel, man. That's not for these other nations. You see? So no, salvation is not for the other nations, man. Okay? All right. Babu Shah, you got it.
I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
Right, man. So it says in verse 19, it says, first of all, verse 18, I will gather all of them that are sorrowful. All right. How do we show the Most High that we're sorrowful right now? We are going to bring forth fruits meet for repentance by doing this work. Okay. Well, he's going to gather them, meaning he's going to deliver them. Okay. And preserve them from the coming destruction that's going to come upon those who aren't sorrowful, those who aren't watching, those who are settled upon their lees. And then he said, I will undo all them that afflict thee. So what worry is there to have with that with those words being spoken, man? Okay, he's gonna undo those that afflict thee. He's gonna take away it said take away our reproach from the earth, man. Okay, that this flesh is gonna be transformed into something bigger and better, man. Okay, something eternal, something righteous. You see? There's a little bit more on that.
Right. It says, and at that time will I bring you again. Even in that time I will gather you, will I make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, said the Lord.
Mm-hmm. And so before our very eyes, man, we're gonna go from the condemned to the praised, man. Okay, from the weak to the mighty. Okay, from the lowly to the strong, man. Okay, and that's what we look for, man. We look for salvation because we know that we're not going to be able to stop the fact that Esau is putting us on the news. All we got to do is continue to have faith in the Lord that he's going to deliver us out of these times, because that's what the scriptures say. That's what it says in the scriptures, man. It's as simple as that. But you got to have faith to carry that out, So that was pretty much all I had on that topic, brother. Hey, man, they're going to continue to put us on the mainstream media. They're going to continue to convince the simple-minded bird brain citizens of America out there that we're the bad guys, while while the devil continues to deceive it's what they call subjects. Okay, so we just got to maintain our integrity. This is just a reminder,
right.
And a wake-up call to to those who aren't actually active in the ministry. Hey, you better find something to pick up and do. Go find something to do. It's a lot of yard work to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a lot of house cleaning. It's a lot of building to do. You better pick up a hammer or a ruler or a brick or something. Time is short. You got anything up?
Not a beautiful said, bro. Beautifully said.
Con. Well, hey, man, I brought this up. The point was made. You know what I'm saying? Continue to grow in the spirit. Akim. All right. With that, I'm gonna say give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.